Hey you guys, welcome back to another video, another banger. So I tried out a little new hairstyle today. It just has like a claw clip in the back. Honestly, it probably looks so weird in the back. Ignore that because I actually made a mistake a long time ago. I would look at this, you guys. I would actually end up cutting. I shaved this whole part, so I had shaved under, so it was just like bald. It was a look, honestly. For a while, I really fucked with it, and then until about a year ago, I'd say like 9 months ago, I stopped. So, anyways, what I'm gonna be talking about today is, as you can see by the title, what it is really like to be a parent slash mother slash father, whichever. Honestly, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about my personal experience. Now, first and foremost, I'm going to explain that I was 17 when I got pregnant. My mom was 2. She was not 2 years old, but whatever. She was 17 years old as well when she had her first kid, okay? I was 17 and I had my baby at 18, okay? So I was a legal adult. However, just honestly, I was not completely ready to have a kid. Most parents and moms think that 9 months is a long time to carry your baby, but the truth is that it happens a lot quicker than we can even really fathom, because my baby girl is almost 9 months old. She just turned 8 months actually. But what the crazy thing about that is, she is just the light of my life. And I remember taking her home from the hospital and her being so tiny, you guys, like so tiny, and just to see her grow and to see her become this beautiful little girl is such a blessing. And I'm just so blessed to be a mom. Now, before we get even deeper into the conversation, I am going to do a little fit check, bitches. Okay, because look, we cannot not show this cute fit. And fuck. So, I just be stepping on random shit. Like, so I'm gonna do a little clothing fit, like, check real quick. So, this shirt is from Guess. It was $50. It's backless, and that's expensive, but your girl got it for 25. Yeah, okay. Who gonna meet out for me? Okay, so, oh, girl, a little teaser. And this skirt is Hydraulics, the brand, and I thrifted it for $5. So, before we get into this conversation, I just also want to say that moms out there, dads out there, don't feel like you can't make time for yourself, because that is going to be the number one topic I'm going to be talking about. Is time management, how to manage that time on top of having a baby. So if you guys want to know how to do that, keep watching this video. So you can't see my fucking cute ass fit right now, but also these lashes I found at Marshall's for $6, and they came in a 6-pack, so I'm really excited. Let's get a little thumbnail. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is, like I said, time management. So I don't know, I'm gonna look you guys right deep in the eyes when I say this. Time management is the one and actual thing that is going to matter in being a parent, because I know that when you're 17 years old or 18, all girls want to have fun. Okay, girls just don't want to have fun. Insert that hoe, because they do. And it's the same for guys. When you are young, you want to live young, wild, and free. You want to do those things, and that is okay. One of my biggest pet peeves is when someone is pregnant and the parents, or when people around you in your environment, in your space that you let in your personal space, will often tell you that you just ruined your life, okay? And the one thing I want to mention about that is that it's completely not true. I don't know what I would do without my daughter, okay? okay? I don't even want to imagine the ways that my life would be different, because she has brought a light into my life that I didn't even know existed. And that gets deep on a level because, you know, some moms get pregnant on accident and some try to. But when you are such a young, vulnerable age, you tend to listen to the people around you that you think may have more experience, that may be older, wiser. And the thing to note about that is that every child is its own individual. Every child is different. Every child is different, and every parent is too. So just because someone's life may have been ruined by having a child does not mean yours will. So I'm just gonna say that right there. The one piece of advice that I did listen to from somebody in my family was, do not feel that you need to listen to all of the advice given to you, but note that there will be a lot, because people want to help, and I understand that. But like I said, not every parenting experience is going to be the same. Not everybody is going to have the same story. So that's where it comes in to play, that you need to be the adult and you need to choose, okay, what am I going to do for my kid? What advice am I going to take from and learn from and use in the future? A piece of advice that I really found helpful from somebody close to me was, sleep when your baby sleeps. I wish I had done that more in the beginning, but I think that I was so pumped on adrenaline from taking my child home that I didn't really feel the need to sleep until it hit about 3 months. And I think that's when it became very, very hard to initiate a sleeping schedule that was a schedule, okay? Babies are babies. Now, the one thing that really also helped me was putting her to bed at 8 o'clock, I want to say, and keeping doing that every single day. And you have to also go with that too, because one thing my daughter did was she would look at her dad and I and see if we were asleep, and that meant she could go to sleep. If we were awake, she wanted to be awake. A baby's natural instinct is to monkey see, monkey do. So she did. She would go to sleep because we would go to sleep. So not only are you going to get more sleep by following this, but your child is going to have a schedule that he is going to abide by every day and fall into that schedule that you set for them. It's very important also to note that if you are a single parent dealing with a pregnancy or a breakup, don't feel that you cannot do it on your own. A lot throughout my relationship, there were a ton of relationship issues, but we made it work. Now, is every relationship going to work? Is every single parent going to struggle? Yes, but are they all going to struggle to the same level? Who knows? Honestly, it's all up to you. I know some single moms who bust their ass every day. And is it stressful? Yes, but who said anything about it being easy? It's just a part of being strong and putting your kid first. That's the second thing I want to move on to, is wanting to go out and party all the time. Honestly, that is a thing that's not going to continue a lot. Because if you want to be with your child every day and create a loving relationship with your child, you need to be present in your child's life. Am I saying that it's okay to make time for yourself? Absolutely. But am I saying that there are boundaries that need to be set in place? Yes. Because if you're a guy who wants to go out and party with your friends or hang out every day, one thing that my boyfriend had mentioned to me was that is something that completely changed, but it didn't stop forever. It just changed. So he'd be hanging out with his friends every day, and then it turned to, our daughter was born and he was here every day. And that is something that I appreciate him for, because I know that not a lot of dads are like that. I also know that not a lot of moms are like that. You know, some moms want to party and just put the child off for their parents for the night or for multiple nights, okay? For one night, I understand. You need time for you, girl and guys, okay? You need time for you, but your child, you're all that they know. So being there for your child, being present for your child is fucking key, because what would you do for your baby? The one thing that I set in my mind was, if that was little me, what would I need? And that's really it to being a parent, is just knowing what your child needs and being there for them. And it's really not that hard. Now, the hardest things for me were learning what to eat for, you know, what do I feed her? I breastfed for 2 months, and then I switched her to formula because my milk had completely dried up. Now, I mean, there were times that I would try and latch her and she would latch, but there was nothing coming out. And it was just really stressful. It was a really stressful time because, you know, you want to feed your baby, and if your milk is dry, how are you going to do that? And at the time, I was really, really scared of trying formula. This is what I want to say. My baby, when she tried formula, blossomed, okay? Now I know that the scare is real, because if you guys have not heard, there has been a recall on Enfamil formula, and I think it's Similac as well, from China. So with that being said, I understand about it, but nurses had explained to me in the hospital, you'd rather your baby eat than starve, okay? And a lot of babies are on formula, and I tried so hard to breastfeed her so that I wouldn't have to try formula. But when she did, you guys, she gained so much weight that was needed, because she was a really skinny baby, and my milk could never have done that for her, because I just didn't have enough. I was only like supplying, I think, 6 ounces. I think it was 4 ounces in the beginning, actually, and that was not enough for 5 to 6 feeds a day. No, I did not have that with me. So I had switched her to sensitive formula, because me and my boyfriend are actually, we have some kidney issues, and the doctor had said, you know what, let's try her on this formula, because she was spitting up a lot on the blue canned one. That's like the normal one, and then the sensitive is the orange can. So we used the orange can, and she had blossomed. Like I said, she loves her bottles, okay, her babas. So moving on from there, though, I'm gonna say that I don't get the mom guilt, okay, or the dad guilt of being like, I have to give them formula because you'd rather your baby eat than not, okay? Let's remember that. Number 3 or 4, fuck, I don't know. Moving on to the next thing I want to say is, you need to make sure that you're in a good mental headspace, because a lot of people don't talk about this, but postpartum depression is real in men too, okay? So I don't think this is talked about like at all, but it's not just females who end up having postpartum depression. Did my boyfriend? No, but I know that this is possible because I have read about it. I've heard about it from my nurses. They want to check on and how you're doing after for about 6 months, and then, or 6 weeks, I forgot, and then they want to hear about, they don't really ask the guy, though. That's the thing, is they don't really ask the dad about how he's feeling with everything going. And just as the mom has carried that baby for 9 months, you have to understand that the dad is becoming a parent as well. So for you men out there who are becoming new dads, and if you're watching this, congratulations, and it is going to be an amazing journey. But the thing to keep in mind is that you matter too, and keep an eye on your health. And if you just aren't feeling it one day, talk to your partner. If you don't have a partner to talk to a family member, talk to a doctor. It is real. If you guys don't know what postpartum depression is, it is after you have a child, your hormones are everywhere. So you can be anywhere from ecstatic and super, super happy to wanting to cry for the rest of the night the next. It really just depends on your body, how you work, how you roll, and what you are thinking about. What are you surrounding yourself with? Are you surrounding yourself with positive energy, and do you have a positive outlook on, you know, your life for your child? And if you don't, please talk to somebody. Did I personally have postpartum depression? Honestly, I want to say the little bit that I did, because of the fact that my sister had passed away just months before I had given birth to my daughters. So she was my twin sister. She is my twin sister. So that kind of trauma, you know, along with having a C-section, and I'll get onto that next, along with having a traumatic birth experience, it was a lot. But did I have any feelings of I'm going to hurt myself or my child? No, absolutely not. It was more of just wanting to cry all the time, because I felt like I waited so long to share this experience with her, and she's not here to do that with me. I know that not everybody has that experience. I just got a really fucked up hand of cards, and you bet your ass I have made it this far. And my girl, my twin sister, is not going to let us down. Just because she may not be here physically, I know and understand in my heart now that she is genuinely there for us always, 100%. So if you're ever going through a loss during a pregnancy, please, something that I didn't do was talk to someone about it, because I wish that I had, because I did a YouTube video on this, and it really, really helped my outlook on loss and what loss really is. And what I experienced was a loss, but there is something in me that knows for a fact she was never really gone. And that brings me a sort of peace. The next thing I want to get into, because I do want to explain a little bit about C-section. So if you are having a C-section and you know that you're having a C-section, I do want to say it's not easier than pushing. A lot of moms may think that it's just easier because it's quicker than having a 24-hour pushing your baby out birth, but it's not easier. It's actually just as difficult, if more nerve-wracking, because there are more complications, meaning that when you're being cut open, the healing process from that is 100% more difficult than pushing a baby out, because it can whoop back. When you have a scar, and I wish I could show you guys, but it's pretty low. My doctor did a really good job, but make sure you have a good doctor too if you're gonna have a C-section, because some do it pretty high, some do it low on your bikini line, and girl, I wanted mine on my bikini line, and I didn't even say anything, and I did that perfect. You just kind of have to read them reviews, girlfriend, because them doctors don't play around. Like, props to all of you doctors who treat you as if it were them, So I got lucky with that experience. However, having a C-section is not a lucky experience at all. Like I said, there are complications, and the reason that I had to have a C-section was because the umbilical cord was actually wrapped around my daughter's neck in my stomach, so they had to do an emergency C-section. It was about 20 minutes long, no longer than 25 minutes, and it was a crazy, wild experience. Why was it crazy and wild? Because it was something traumatic. You were literally being cut open amidst while having a baby pulled out of your stomach. You can actually even request to watch this being done. I said no thank you. That was fucking scary. Now the healing process, I personally think, and my doctors had warned me, it will be a little bit worse than what some people say, you know, natural. It's not both are natural births, but a vaginal birth is just a little bit more heard of. Okay, so my mom had a C-section, I had a C-section, and it was a crazy experience. The healing process was the worst pain I think that I have ever felt in my life. It was extremely painful. My boyfriend had to help me with everything. I'm so thankful that he was there for me, because I could not have done that on my own. That alone was just, I could not even shower myself. I could not even go to the bathroom by myself, because you do bleed down there after having a C-section as well. It's an experience for sure. You bleed for about 6 weeks after. It's a long time, girl, and they tell you no intercourse. So I got my ass on some birth control because that was a smart thing to do. Anyways, like I said, having experiences that are, I honestly don't even remember what I left off on saying. In some way, I hope this video helps somebody out there. And if you really like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and just keep watching my videos because I do have more advice. So let's try that again. So just keep watching and stay tuned for any future videos. I hope this quality is not ass like the fuck, but yeah, peace out, motherfuckers. Oh yeah, check out these cute little earrings that we have going on too. That's my like tattoo. I don't know if you guys see it a lot, but they're little cherries. I had like a cherry shirt like the other day or today. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but peace out, motherfucker.